you today. So, so I think first everyone can come on camera and say hi to each other. And then we know, let's have a pleasant, happy start. Okay, so nice to see everybody's happy faces. So there's Jatin, Divya, Amanda, Anita, Gagandeep ji. Pravesh ji, we are waiting for your camera. So, Hare Krishna, Nanya Mataji, Hare Krishna. So Hemant and Pravesh are the only two we are not seeing. Oh, Dorothy and Hare Krishna, Pravesh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Dorothy and Jatin, Hare Krishna. And from California, so from Hawaii, Pennsylvania, Las Vegas, North Carolina, Dallas, and Hemant, I forget where you are. Rishikesh.
Richmond, bro.
Richmond. See, we have rich people from Richmond also. Okay. All right. So thank you all. And thank you for joining this wonderful program. And I will record this presentation today. And in between, so rules are, the only rules are, if you have any questions in between, you can unmute yourself and please ask any questions that you have. And in the end also, so I want it to be interactive. If anything that is there that you think you have any questions, please feel free to stop me. And and second thing is, many of you, most of you have sent me times for individual sessions. Some of you have not sent yet. So let's send me a message and we will set up the individual classes. So I'm very eager. It took me, after the fast, a couple of days to recover because I was up all night. I had so many classes going on. So now I'm fully ready.
Prabhu is here, babe.
Huh?
Hemant Prabhu is here.
Yes.
Good.
So Kraj is coming. She got the link late, so she's in the process of booting up.
Somebody said admit and then got, okay. Anyways, so you can ask her to join again. Yeah. All right. So let me just mute all for now. And I will start. I've started the recording and I'm putting the speaker view and where is it? Oh yeah, in my video. Okay. And I'll just send a message to the group. Anyone left out, please join now. Okay. All right. So I'll just make a small prayer. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutali Srimati Bhakti Rago Swaminiti Namini. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutali Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurani Chane Visheshu Nadi Paschatya Stane. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vranda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram. So we are all looking for good health, good mind. So we need three things in life. So we need three things in life. So what are the three things that we need in life to be successful? One, concentration of mind. Okay? Concentration of the mind. I have a beautiful presentation which I'll give you, but I want to get the points correct. So concentration of mind. Second is persistent effort. So we all need persistent effort, because along with concentration, when you want to achieve something in life, along with concentration, we also need persistent effort. And the third is grace of God. It is said grace of God is very necessary. So concentration of mind, persistent effort, and the grace of God is what can make any activity successful. So why is concentration of mind important? So anything we want to achieve, anything that we want to achieve, the more clearer your mind is, the more the object will be visible to you, the finer aspects of that object. Now, for example, I want to clean the surface. This is just a pen drive. I'm just using as an example. Now I look closely. There is something, when I try to fix this, there is something sitting here which is not getting it connected. So when I want to wipe it, to look at it like the finer things, I have to really look at it very closely. So it requires more focus. There is a story of a person making an arrow, how concentrated he is. It is always said your concentration should be like that of an arrow maker. So what is the story of an arrow maker? So arrow maker is very, very concentrated. Means he has to make the tip of the arrow. He has to be so focused on the tip of that arrow that it was said his concentration was so good on the tip of the arrow, the king was passing by. The king was passing by, and he had when a king passes by with all his drums and everything, they make a big sound. He said this arrow maker was completely undisturbed because he couldn't hear anything. He was so concentrated on the tip of that arrow. He had to make it the finest. So the point I'm trying to make is, when you want to achieve finer goals in life, your concentration level should be really, really deep. Your concentration level should be really, really pinpointed. For example, you can see when the guided missile has to hit the target, if it misses, it explodes somewhere. So that is your energy. So every day we have energy. When that energy is not perfectly focused, what happens? It is misguided. So we lose so much energy. And we use the term energy vampires. I still remember yesterday, one of my old, colleagues called me. So he called me. So he called me, and all he was talking was old jokes, old things, old that. So he was telling me all these things. It took me like another half a day to get out of it. I really realized that it was a waste of time talking to somebody with whom I have nothing to do with right now, because right now my goal is my health, my mind. So first thing we have to do is stop giving time or wasting time in energy vampires. Just like you sit on Facebook, just browsing for 10 minutes, all of a sudden some old habit or old thing is glorified, or some disturbing thing you watch. Imagine how long it takes for your mind to get it unstuck from it. Even one moment there, one moment here, and your focus on that object has reduced incredibly, has reduced quite a bit. Therefore, it is important for all of us. Okay, I want to have some better volume here. Okay, sorry about that. So it is important for all of us to have a very nice focus throughout the day, especially during fasting, where we are trying to change ourselves completely. Every moment is very, very critical. Every moment is very, very critical for us. So first of all, if you want this fasting to be successful, don't listen to 101 people. Just believe, just keep faith within yourself. The first thing that we need is determination. So concentration of mind, persistent effort. So persistent effort means determination. So we should be determined. No matter whatever problems come, We should be determined to succeed. So we have all set up goals. All of you, I had an individual interview and we set up goals. And our goal was, individual. We have physical goal, mental goal, intellectual goal. And we have to achieve that goal. Fasting, the first few days, it goes to adjust. So I'm keeping the individual sessions starting kind of tomorrow, this week. So gradually, as you ease into your fast, as you come towards more, that time I want to increase the individual sessions and really give a very wonderful experience of what a combination of fasting, asana, and yoga nidra, pranayama and yoga nidra can achieve. It can really do wonders. I am still amazed that I could do 30 days. And even now, only thing I'm feeling is, now I've started after the chia seed fast. Now I am doing only Chandrayana. So now I'm following with you. So now I started Chandrayana because you want to maintain that lifestyle. So you are actually going to the mode of goodness. So now let me start the presentation. So basically, in all aspects of our practice, we have to remember that three things are necessary: concentration of mind, persistent effort, and third is we should depend on God or Krishna, because without him, so we are doing 50% effort, but then some changes happen within your body. We say automatically, but what is it automatically? By making that change within you, by performing that tapasya. In the Yoga Sutras and in the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says, I am sitting within you as the fire of digestion. Aham Vaishva Naro Bhutva. So the stomach chakra, the Manipura chakra, the fire chakra, from where the fire goes to all the body. Suppose you eat something very hot, chilly. So what happens, that fire transforms not only to belly but all over the body. I remember once I did an incredible Paschimottanasana. My stomach was completely controlled. Then one of my friends showed up from somewhere and he had a burger, organic vegan burger with some pepper. I was like, he told me, let's eat it. So I was like, okay, we were having fun. So I ate that and I could feel that immediately because I was completely in that. But because he was there, I agreed, another energy vampire. So I ate that, boom. That immediately all over the body, I could feel a burning. That was when I realized that if yoga is not complemented with food. I told once in one of my long-term friend and practitioners of yoga in South India, he's been doing Ashtanga for like 25 years now. And I told him, yoga practitioners, they can eat anything, right? He said, no. He said, you practice yoga and part of that practice is also eating right. And if you do not eat right, then it is not yoga. So then you are not doing the complete circle of yoga. So it's a complete circle, as Krishna puts it. Yukta hara viharasya, yukta chestasya karmasu, yukta swapna avabodhasya, yogo bhavati dukhaha. So breaking it down, yukta hara. The first thing about good health, your practice of yoga begins with eating. So all the scriptures say, don't eat too much. Atyahara. What is that which destroys yoga? Atyahara, eating too much. What is that protects yoga? Yuktahara, eating the right amount. Krishna also says, one who doesn't eat at all or one who eats too much, he can neither find happiness nor peace. But one who eats just right. Chandrayana is about eating right, is once following one cycle, resetting yourself and eating right. It's one has to reset at one point. So yuktahara viharasya. Vihara means when you go out also, don't just go to some unknown thing. Everything should be planned. That is called dharana. Dharana means to fix your mind on one object for 2 hours. So when every activity, your mind undergoes a change. So when you do something in a sattvic manner, every moment your mind is being formed. It makes some changes, little change with the mentality. With the mentality with which you do work. That is called karma yoga. Mentality with which you do. Yukta chestasya, make the right desire. What I want, do I want? So it is said we should all desire good health. In the Bhagavatam it says, in the Hatha Yoga Pradipika it says, in the Yoga Sutra it states, desire. What should be your desire? Good health. Because there is nothing higher than good health. You might have millions of dollars, but if you do not have good health, what will you enjoy? I mean, enjoyment means not, I don't encourage anyone to come to Vegas until you are coming for a yoga retreat, until you are coming for my yoga retreat or Esther's Ayurveda retreat. But what I'm saying is that we should also go to a proper place and do proper recreation. Yukta chestasya karmasu. So when you work, if you work over hard, then what happens? Then also your mind, after some time, mind has a limited capacity. The body mind has a limited energy. If we do not optimize that energy, it's just like the computer. Then what happens? It burns out faster. And that's what we want to avoid. Karmasu yukta swapna, sleep at the right time. Avabodhasya, also wake up at the right time. So what is the right time to wake up? So around 5:36, it is said it is good. The Vata period is good to cleanse your belly. So if you wake up very late, what happens? Or very early, that is also a problem. So you wake up very early is also a problem. So if you want to wake up very early, then you have to sleep very early. You have to balance the time. How much can you sleep? That depends on your activity. If you are physically working very, very hard, then you need enough sleep to recover the body. If you are fasting, if you are meditating, like what happened with my last days of fasting, like literally I was having nothing and my body was literally like dry and there was nothing in the body. So I did not need much sleep also. And I was doing so many interviews and night, so many people called me, I mean, from India, this, that. So literally 3 days I didn't sleep, but I did not feel that bad. But once I started eating yesterday, I needed sleep. I realized the more actually you eat, you need sleep. That's what Prabhupada says. So when you eat more, you sleep more. So let me start the presentation here. So this is a very nice thing, a short one, but I put it together. And we will also, at the second half of today's class, we will discuss and I will show you the basic breathing techniques. So benefits of Chandrayana fasting. So moon gives energy to the food. So moon gives energy to the food. And I have explained it to all of you. So what does moon do? So moon has, Prabhupada was in the Bhagavad Gita, it says, Prabhupada says that that moon gives the succulence or the energy to fruits and vegetables. So moon gives the energy, succulence. So once one devotee asked Prabhupada, Prabhupada, how does the moon give? So he said, you should ask him. So the sun and the moon, the moon reflects the light of the sun. And moon has been given the power to control the minds of every entity. So our moon, so our mind and the energy. So moon is responsible for a lot of health factors. Your mind is shaped exactly like your body. All the organs of your body in the subtle form exist in your mind. If your mind is disturbed, if your mind gets disturbed, there is a corresponding disturbance in the body. Therefore, this Chandrayana, more than fasting, fasting yes, but along with fasting, it is a way to calm down the mind. It is said, those who control the mind, one who brings the mind to the mode of goodness, in that body no disease resides. So mode of goodness is what we need to bring. Just like you want to change the oil in a car, so you park the car, you don't run. So similarly, when the body, you want to make a change, you want to reset, just like a computer modem, you want to reset, you turn it off, you press the reset button, it resets. So it has to reset, it has to stop and start. Stop, reset, start. We are not stopping it, we are gradually reducing it. And as we do this gradually, we follow the moon cycle. So therefore, this moon cycle, Chandrayana, I was trying to find references, and there are so many references where it's recommended any type of mental issues in the sense, any stress related, pain, whatever we are undergoing, everything can be changed, reset by purifying the mind. So Chandrayana, gradually you reduce, and the moon cycle gives us that reset effect. Second, fasting is an art of meditating within. Now, I was inspired by one movie some time back. I think that movie is still available in, I think it's Netflix or Amazon Prime. It's called Heal. In that Heal, people change their lifestyle, people change their meditation, and then incredible changes happen in their body. There was one man who was sitting on a wheelchair and his back was kind of crunched because of an accident. He couldn't move. And he said he spent 3 hours meditating on that back every day. He was visualizing that back and he was completely meditating on that part. As he did that, in about a month, because he was doing that, that was his only meditation throughout, completely focused, he heard a click and he could stand up after that. He said that was incredible. So basically why we are fasting is, we fast, but at the same time, we should also improve our pranayama practices. We should also improve our meditation practices. Asana, pranayama, reading, these all we should increase. If we do not increase, then we will be only thinking about food. So we should increase more of breathing, calming down, yoga nidra. I will do, when we do our individual sessions with all of you, I will, in the first session itself, you'll feel a difference. You practice, you will feel lighter, you will feel relaxed. So it will be a combination of asana and yoga nidra. So fasting is, the ultimate goal is to get into a calm meditative state. It is said, if the mind remains calm, then when you turn yourself to the mode of goodness, then what happens? Because of that mode of goodness, automatically what you speak will be pleasing, what you think will be peaceful. Whatever problems that come, you will be able to find a peaceful solution. So they go together. So fasting is also both. So Ekadashi, the 11th day of the moon. So when people do religious fast, the idea is that I don't just fast, but with that fast, when I was selling my book Food for the Soul, when it was first released, I was like, whoever I saw, I was trying to sell the book. I met a Muslim. And this Muslims we know in India, as far as I've seen, they were supposed to do the Ramzan fast for a month. But instead of, they fast throughout the day, but somehow in the evening, they eat like anything in the name of breaking the fast. And even before sunrise, they eat like anything at 4 o'clock in the morning. So that was not really a fast. But this was a Muslim I met. He said, I know that is not what is recommended. One should drink and eat very light. And one should fast for like sunrise to sunset. So he saw my book and he said, this is the best book to fast. And he told me the whole of Ramzan, he did chia seeds and smoothies. So he mentioned this last Ramzan. So he bought my book. So the third thing is what I noted was, even in Christianity, eating too much is a sin. Gluttony. If you refer the Bible, gluttony is a sin. Gluttony means eating to the glut. If we see, why do we cook food? What is the three purposes of food according to Bhagavad Gita? First is Ayusham, Tejam, Arogyam. Ayusham means good food, sattvic food, healthy food, fasting at the right time increases your duration of life. Second is food purifies the mind, Tejam, Ayusham, Tejam. And third is Arogyam. It gives us Arogyam, good health. What is good health? That is defined by Charvaka, not Charvaka, Charaka. Charvaka is different. Charaka. So Charaka, in the Charaka Samhita, in the Ayurveda, he defines Samadoshaha Samagnischa Samadhatu Malakriyaha Prasanna Atmendriya Manaha Swasta Ityabhidhiyate. So what is good health? Samadoshaha. So in the body, we have Kapha, Pitta, Vata, the three humors. They should be balanced. Samagnischa. So when you eat food in the body, so when you eat food, that food is converted into rasa. Rasa means it becomes digested matter. For example, sometimes you eat something, your stomach becomes acidic and you kind of vomit it out. So that is called rasa. That the first level of digestion is all that becomes mixed into with the acids and digestive juices, it mixes rasa. That is converted into rakta, blood. Blood is converted into mamsaha, muscles. Muscles are converted into medas. Medas is fat. So fat is converted into asti, bones. Bones are converted into majjaha, bone marrow. Bone marrow is converted into virya. Either it's converted into semen or is it converted into ojas. So if you follow celibacy, so what it does, it converts into ojas shakti, it converts into energy, spiritual energy. So basically fasting is one more way where we meditate within. And these 7 levels of digestion, it is said there are 7 fires. So the Manipura chakra, the chakra in the belly. So when we do yoga nidra, individual yoga nidras, so we will also meditate on the Manipura chakra, because that is Vishnu. In the Bhagavad Gita says, I am that fire. Krishna says, I am that fire. I am that fire of digestion. So what does it depend upon? It depends on the mind. If your mind is peaceful, if you meditate on the Lord within, then the digestion is amazing. So that is why in Ayurveda, even when they give the medicine, they chant the mantra of Vishnu to activate that chakra. So these 7 levels of digestion, they are called 7 dhatus. And the 7 dhatus are accompanied by 7 agni. Samadoshaha, samagnischa, samadhatu, malakriyaha. Another important aspect of good digestion is cleansing. So we cleanse our body by urine, stool, sweat. I noticed when I first came to America, when I went to West Virginia in the winter, I never sweat. For 6 months, I thought what's going to happen? And my health went really bad. You have to sweat. You have to exercise to sweat. But since 3 years I'm in Las Vegas, I'm thankful I'm here. So you run a little bit in the heat. Like today, kids went out and came back, and they said, my daughter told me, Papa, I feel like a volcano. I said, great, let's call the fire engine. So it's good, So we have to sweat, but sometimes too much sweat is not good. But sweat, ideal amount. So basically we have to pass stool, urine. So it is said, what is good urine? 6 times in a day. Healthy human passes urine every 2 hours when awake. So if you are passing 6 times a day, then it is healthy. More than 6, it is unhealthy.
If the color of your urine is yellowish, you need to drink more water. So remember, during fast, you have to drink lots of water. I'm going to emphasize the point in the next slide. Drink hot water. Keep a kettle with you. If you do not have kettle, get one. You need to always drink lukewarm water. The one thing that impedes digestion is lack of heat. If you are unable to sweat also, but if you drink hot water, it kind of compensates for that. So hot water with ginger powder and turmeric powder. If ginger doesn't suit you, you can add cinnamon. So turmeric, I'm sure it suits most of you. If turmeric doesn't suit you, then you can use cumin or fennel. But it's important to keep drinking hot water. It's important to keep drinking hot water with like cumin, fennel, because they are diuretics. They purify the kidneys. When you always see these dialysis centers and this and that, you feel really sad, because when you are young, when you are healthy, it's our duty to keep the body, just like we massage outside, hot water, yoga, these all massage our kidneys and everything from the inside. So samadhatu malakriyaha prasanna atmendriya manaha, the last characteristic of good health. Prasanna, you are peaceful. When I'm like, oh, I need that to eat, I need this to eat, I want this, I want, when you're always craving, that's not a sign of good health. So good health means peaceful. You know when to eat, you are very disciplined. If you see the Buddhist Tibetan monks, they practice something called as mindfulness. It's very important. So what is this mindfulness? I'm not recommending, but I'm explaining the principle. So the principle of Vipassana meditation. Vipassana means I meditate on my mind. I become aware of what I'm eating. I'm becoming aware of what I'm thinking. The whole Chandrayana fast is to make us aware, is to cultivate a good habit so that we control. The most important verse that inspired me to do my 30-day fast was from the Yoga Rahasya. Krishnamacharya says, that disease which cannot be cured by any other medicine can be cured by a combination of diet and practice of yoga, especially Chandrayana diet. In the Yoga Sutras, which I am translating and writing a book on right now, he explains so many difficulties in achieving peace of mind, in achieving concentration. That is Vyadhi, bad health, Sthana, anxiety, stress, all these things are there. Sthana, Samshaya, doubt, heaviness, baggage from the past, stress from the past. He explains all these difficulties. Angamejayatva, dukkha, all these things. But then he says, what is the solution? Tat pratishedartam ekatattva abhyasaha. One pointed practice with pure intelligence. One pointed practice. One pointed practice. So if we do one pointed practice, we can achieve anything. So, but first it begins with diet control. So now going to the next slide. So what are the benefits of fasting? So what does it do? Number one, our body has extra fats. To the degree, if you ever have time, then on YouTube, there is a video called The Science of Fasting. It's a 52-minute video, which explains where in Russia, Europe, many places, there are clinics where people check into and do 1 month of water fast. Can you imagine? They do 1 month of water fast. And they explain that literally body can survive on water and the fats stored within the body for 40 days. For 40 days. So our body has so much extra fat. Plus, whatever sugars you eat which cannot be digested, heavy sugars, they are converted into fats in the liver. So that is why those who drink too much alcohol, they get a fatty liver. So this is a problem in middle age or old age. But if you do Chandrayana, if you do any fast which exceeds 4 to 5 days, so the middle part, we are doing a gradual fast. The middle part, when you fast, the middle part, that is when you come to the middle days of the Amavasya, when we just drink the chia seed juice, or water, the fats in your liver begin to get reversed. The body is just like when somebody is in financial trouble, so he tries to get whatever resources he can. Just like America right now, whichever factory is available, make ventilators, make this, make that, make this. You are just using whatever capacity you have to manage the emergency. It takes a little bit for the system, what we call as muscle memory. So muscle memory means your body is used to a certain type of, okay, now this food is going to come at this time, and this and that. So, but when you fast, the body begins 2-3 days, it takes a little bit of time. Body begins to throw out tantrums. I cannot do this, that, so many problems, we have to do this. But after some time, the body gets used to it. So it takes 3 days to settle down. So it takes 3 to 4 days for the body to settle down into this fast. And once it's done, in the middle part, if we do it nicely, if we give up eating at night and everything, and then we gradually reduce the afternoon, and once you reach the middle part, you drink a lot of fluids, the chia seed water and then warm water. When you drink that, what happens is gradually your body begins to pull fats from the liver, detoxes the kidneys. So that is called as tapasya. Tapa means to burn. So it burns this extra fat. Now remember, we have 2 types of fat. There is a subtle fat also, according to Ayurveda. There is a gross fat and there is a subtle fat. Because in our stomach, see, if you don't sleep the whole night, what happens? If you don't sleep whole night, there is burning sensation in the belly and there is giddy sensation in the head. Do you remember, all of you? Right? All of you get it? Those who don't sleep at night, you get giddiness in the belly and giddiness in the head. Why? Because there are 2 pitta. One is in the stomach and one is in the head. The head one is for digesting mental information, sensual information. That time your cognizance is gone. So what happens is, when you have too much information overload, just like what's happening on Facebook, you sit on Facebook and browse all day. You become psyched out with so many other things. He's doing this, he's doing this, he's doing that. Your mind is all over the place. If you are not careful enough, so you could go into a binge. So anywhere, wherever there is an overload. So in the stomach, when there is food overload, and another place where in the mind, when there is thought overload. So the mind digests the information from, so basically when you fast, you have to also be careful to spend enough time with the self, enough time with the body, enough time calming your mind. Then it will become successful. If you are all the time externally focused, then it is mode of passion. So try to remain calm. Give up gadgets as much as you can. Try to keep away. Try to spend some time reading. So Shastras recommend tapas, which we are doing. Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya means study of the self. Study. Bhagavad Gita, Yoga Sutra, whichever book, spiritual book which is inspiring to you. I would recommend the Yoga Sutra and the Bhagavad Gita, but whichever you feel inspired by. Then of course one should always spend time with God. Ishvara Pranidhana, according to Yoga Sutra, because he can make the impossible possible. Among the 5 factors of success, 5 factors of success in Bhagavad Gita. What is that? So we will put our effort, but to the degree we get the result, there are 5. So one is the place where you do it. One is the intention with which you do it. One is the karma, your karma. One is your strength of doing it. the action itself, the strength with which you do the action. If I do half-hearted, then it doesn't work. I have to be full-hearted. And the last factor is the Lord. So if all these factors match, then you can get, you never know, you can get incredible results. Just like it's like running a jackpot, right? You throw it, you could hit $100,000 jackpot. So the thing is, there can be amazing results depending on how sincerely you apply it. So keep away from too much of this television news, that whichever can make you scared or stressed out. Do your whatever office you have to attend, you attend. Then just listen to some calming music, flute, drum, tabla, or spiritual discourse, and just calm down. Just eat and meditate on that eating, meditate on the digestive fire, meditate on the Lord within you. In that way, you forget the external thing. And today, the second half of this class, how long do we have? Yeah, we have enough time. So I want to do a deeper meditation. So fats of both body and mind are burnt by practice of Chandrayana. And our goal of this is to improve your digestive function by eating right, by meditating right, and excretion. So the thing is, if you are able to throw out the body waste very, very nicely, that should be good. So for that, you have to drink a lot of hot water, lot of hot teas. Try to make a habit of drinking always from the kettle hot water, Then night eating is the cause of. So why we, in most of our, if you see the chart for all or most of you, I think all of you. So the first 10 days, we reduce eating at night. And the next 10 days, we practically do not eat at night. And the last 10 days, we gradually increase eating at night. Why? Because night eating is the cause of extra fats in the body. So those who want to lose fat around the waist, actually, too much fat around the waist is a waste. W-A-I-S-T is a W-A-S-T-E. So we should avoid that. So if you want to do handstand, if you want to do headstand, if you want to become flexible, when you want to bend forward, the lower abdomen should be very, very controlled. So one of the things which I recommend all of you should do every day is plank. 2 to 3 times a day, just try to do plank. I think plank is very easy. You can just find it. We can also incorporate in our individual class plank. So first day, you do plank for 30 to 40 seconds. Second day, so that is the way to strengthen your waist, the lower abdomen. If you want to strengthen it, the best is plank. So try to increase to 1 minute. By the end of this 1 month, if you are able to increase it to 2 minutes, if you are able to hold a plank, that's a very good progress. So holding plank. Night eating is also the cause of indigestion. So when you eat too much at night, what happens? The whole body is either digesting or sleeping. So your body is either digesting or sleeping. So if you avoid eating at night or eat less at night or to fill yourself up, if you take hot teas, so then what happens? The function of digestion is not disturbed. So that is why fasting gives you wonderful results, because this buildup of fat is reduced. Your quality of sleep improves. The third thing is it increases the acidity in body and mind if you eat heavy at night. We don't realize, and that you can see is converted into fat, basically all the sugars, everything, because the body cannot digest it, it converts into fat. I have seen, not now, many, many years back, people who had big belly, which of course is not a sign of prosperity. Some people say big belly is a sign of, no, big belly is not. So first thing that you do is you reduce eating at night. But then we get into a habit of snacking in between. That is also a very bad habit. Because little, so your body is, every time it's like a generator. You are starting the digestion once again. Digestion. So every time you are triggering the digestion. So every time you are triggering the digestion. So when you trigger the digestion every now and then, your body is never going to be at rest. So that is why those who are snacking say I eat less in lunch and dinner, but then I snack a lot. So literally you are not giving up anything. You are actually building up fat, more fat. How should your waist be? In the Yoga Sutras it is said, not the Yoga Sutras, but the Yoga scriptures, it says the yogi should have a small waist like a lion, Simhakati. If you see the lion, it has a strong upper body and a small waist, but a powerful waist. But a very powerful waist. So the yogi's waist should be small. In that way, what happens? Your food, you don't overeat. So what happens is when we overeat, our waist grows big, which is not a good sign. In the old age, your waist should be small. It should be controlled. And reduced eating all gives all good benefits. So at night, those who reduce eating, so most Maharajas and most yogis that I've seen, they prefer drinking milk with haldi or turmeric at night. If you are vegan, if you cannot do that, so then what you do is you just make hot water with turmeric and ginger powder. If not, you can have any other hot juice, hot teas, Now, some of the things to improve cleansing in the morning. So if you are having constipation related issues, so the first is always drink warm water. Improve or your intake or increase your intake of warm water. Second is prune juice. Prune juice and berries are very well known inducers of what do you call, excretion. And the prune fruit itself, prune fruit, I did not know. My wife does all this research. So it was for the kids because Bhumi was having a little bit of constipation. So she was thinking what to do. First she found berries, but sometimes too much berries children won't eat. So then we found the easiest solution was prune juice. So hot water, prune juice, prune fruit, drink always warm water. If there is too much constipation, then you can do enema. So you can, enema means you take a liter of water, there is a bag which comes, you hang it on the rod of the, when you take shower, the shower curtain, you hang that bag, and the pipe of that you put in the anus, and water fills up. You fill it up with lukewarm water with a little salt, and then you put that into your anus, and your anus fills up with hot water, and after that it not only removes the accumulated waste, the solid waste, but it also cleanses the gas. So one of the best medicines for headaches, migraines. So if you have headaches, migraines, so it is all because of pressure in the lower abdomen, because of gas buildup there, or the buildup of uncleansed poop. So that needs to be cleansed. So moment anybody has headache, so that is the main reason. Or too much watching. So when you watch too much computer, too much phone, it dulls. Eyes are fire. So fire is also digestion. Fire is also your vision. Digestion and vision both are fire. If fire becomes weak one place, so those who have diabetes, for example, they have a weak vision also, because diabetes affects your digestion and affects your vision. So the vision is also fire, your digestion is also fire. So when you watch computer too much, so that is why it's important to see the morning sun. It is good. So if you've seen sports, they first come and look at the sun because it's very fresh. It lightens up your eyes and it's something far. So when you look at the sun for some time, because it is far, you are looking at the short range for a long time. that is the computer. You are looking at the short range light for a long time. So what happens in the long run, if you do not do this, if you do not look at far objects, then your eyes become dull, like the vision, it gets frozen at that point. So it's very important that once in a while, whether you are at home working, whether you are in your office, once in a while go out or look out of the window, look at the sun for a few minutes straight. The morning sun is very good. Evening sun is not good, that's what I have heard. So but morning sun is very, very good. So keep looking at the morning sun. I used to wake up very early, wait for the morning sun, look and chant Gayatri, and look at the sun in a divine form. Sun is divine. The energy of the sun is very, very divine. So we have to have this. So this will improve the vision in the eyes and the vision in the belly also. It is very, very important. So along with that, okay, so we have a few questions here. So chia seed water, should it be warm or room temperature? So chia seed water that we drink should be room temperature. The warm water is the other water that you specifically take the hot, what do you call when you make the hot teas. And do we have room temperature? Yeah, okay. And do we have to soak chia seeds before? Yes, you soak it previous night or at least 1 hour before you make whatever we want to make. Okay, so that was my short presentation for today, and I welcome any questions before we go to the next section.
Yes, Prabhuji, I have one question. So one thing is on this fast that we do, basically what it is, this is like we are not taking that much calories, right? We are taking less calories. So then you lose weight. So wouldn't that hurt your body weight and height index? That way you'll be underweight then?
No. See, it is like this. The Vrata is meant to bring you to a higher level of digestion. So after the Vrata, so it brings you to the right weight. See, I have to tell you very frankly, see, something which is lost somewhere, you gain somewhere else. So I was doing I have to tell you, when you do pranayam, so I was doing pranayam in my 4th semester of yoga studies. So when I was in my 4th semester, we used to do advanced pranayam. So advanced pranayam means nadi shodhan. So you inhale, you hold your breath. So when you hold your breath, you do 3 bandhas: Mula bandha, Uddiyana bandha, and Jalandhara bandha. And you have to do, and then your body heats up like anything. So we could hold our breath for up to 4 minutes. It was very, very amazing because we had practiced 1.5 years of, I had done 3 semesters there. And I was really practicing very deeply. But the 4th semester was really incredible. And when I held like that for a few minutes, we cannot eat heavy food, because when you are doing pranayam, your food has to be really, really, really only liquid. Really, really only liquid. So when we were doing only that liquid, I was taking only milk in ghee. So you add 1 spoon of ghee to that milk and sprouts. So I used to soak fresh sprouts. I still wonder how I did that before marriage. So I used to take that sprouts, and that's all I did. I lost almost 20 kg. But when I lost weight, the mobility, my vision, my thought, it was all at a different level. I could do asanas I could not do before. But after that period was over, when I came back to regular eating, my asanas were still better. I gained my weight back, but my body was totally different. But of course, after that, I lost practice, means you have to maintain that. That was different. Then I came back to practice now. But whatever I did is still beneficial now. So the thing is, here we are not drastically reducing. We lose some weight, but we know that after this fast is over, then but we are resetting our body, And when we get back to the correct habits, even if we lose a little more, we will actually come back. We are actually coming to the perfect weight. Then when we eat little more, we eat according to our work actually, then we maintain our right size. So it's, even if it's a little bit, it won't really affect you. Your gain will be on mobility and more focus, you know. There is a lot of benefit there. So I hope that answers the question.
Yes, Praveen, thank you. And then other question which you already answered about the chia seed, but that's already answered, so that's fine. But one more question. So now you had told me to soak the chia seed and make it into like a gallon of water and drink that throughout the day.
Yes.
Then what happens is, I think you can only drink up to gallon a day, you know, or a gallon and a half, max gallon would be the best answer, I guess. Then you cannot drink a whole lot of water. So then you don't have time to drink the warm water if you're just drinking that chia water.
So in that, what we do is, what I saw was at night, 1 glass you can make room for.
Okay.
So yeah, so night you make one room for 1 glass of that, because what happens is, I've seen that at night there is sometimes suddenly our hunger wakes up. I'm just telling, I will just tell you a joke. There, I saw a chart of a Punjabi, like a comedy show, a Punjabi fasting. So morning, nimbu pani, just lime water. Afternoon, you know, just like one little soup, you know. Evening, something. Night, naan, paratha, sabji, vada, pakoda. That was his fast at night. So what happens, basically what he was trying to say is, night, out of sometimes stress or situation, you might feel hungry. So that warm tea at night, even in my fast, my wife was very clear, you have to drink, you know, it will be beneficial for you. And I listened to her and I actually did that. It was very beneficial. I could sleep well, my stomach, no acidity, nothing. I could, the morning, the urine was very clear urine because of the turmeric. And I felt good sleep also. So you can slip in 1 glass, you know. And anyway, we are, especially in the second half of our fasting, when we go to healthy eating, then you will feel like drinking more warm water. Yeah. Okay.
One question.
Okay, so I have some questions on chat here also, but I will take your question first and then go to the chat. Yes.
So you asked to kind of put about 4 tablespoons of chia in 5 cups of water first, and then add the gallon next morning. Is that the same thing for everybody? Because I see on the group chat, Mataji says you have to soak 2 tablespoons.
Yeah.
So
The thing is, what I realized was that I was taking 4 tablespoons because that is all I was having. So
okay.
you can do between 2 and 4, depending on how many chia seeds, how much water, you know. So I realized actually that I was doing only chia seeds, so I was adding a little bit more.
Okay.
But 2 tablespoons with lot of water is also good, you know. So both are okay. So between 2 and 4, I would say.
Yeah, I'm doing 3 tablespoons with a gallon of water.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. That's very good. So between 2 and 4 is enough. Yeah, because after 4, chia, too much chia also becomes hard, you know, in the belly. So between 2 and 4 is fine. Keep it to that. Okay, so I'll just quickly take questions here and then we'll go to questions again. So what is the fat of the mind? By Sankirtana Mataji. So what is the fat of the mind? So fat of the mind means, suppose it's like people, if you engage, see, the mind also has a limited capacity for thoughts. So when you watch too much television, so remember, you are giving the space of your mind for such activity. You are giving the space of the mind for that activity. So what happens, it takes the digestive energy of the mind. I'm watching Facebook all the time. So what happens, it takes the digestive energy of the mind. So what I said, energy vampire. So when this exceeds the capacity of the mind, you cannot think. So then you only think of that, what you are watching, that affects you so much. So the mind is busy trying to digest it or get it off. It's like somebody throws like a juice on your face. So you got to wash it because it sticks to you. So similarly, what you expose yourself to, so when that is unwanted, like most of the things on television, so Trump said this, he said this, and today you will find 101 things about the pandemic. He planned it, he's making money, Fauci is like this is, what have we got to do with? Neither can we change the situation, neither can we. What we can change is ourselves. Boost your immune, focus on your immune. So don't get too much into politics and this and that. Understand what's going on enough, but it's a time for all of us to make an inner change. So our energy of the mind should not be wasted in that. It should be focused within. That is the success of this fast. I hope that answers. Could you explain Vata, Pitta and Kapha a bit more? Okay. So the Vata, so in our body, the physical structure basically is called Kapha. So it is made up of this slime, basically the Kapha. It's like the physical structural. Pitta is the chemical. So Pitta is the chemical of the body. So within the body there is chemical. So what happens with that chemical, that Pitta? So your digestive energy, everything is based on this Pitta. So in the body there is a chemical that helps you see, chemical that is digesting, chemical that is, there are everywhere, there are different chemicals. So all that digestive heat, energy, so they are all called Pitta. What is Vata is the most important component, air. And Prabhupada explains in the Bhagavatam very beautifully that all the movement within the body of food is because of movement of air. All the movement of thoughts within the mind is because of movement of air. So this movement of the body and the movement of air, movement of food and movement of thoughts is all because of the movement of air. So this movement of air is called as Vata. So what happens is basically when you don't sleep well, the pressure in your body is weak. It's like a balloon which is half blown. So there is not much energy in that balloon. Even if you hit it, it won't go high. But a balloon which is nicely blown, you hit it, it will fly. So you become like that balloon. So that Vata. So then the Pitta and Kapha also don't flow properly. So Vata we have to control. So it is said as sesame oil. So 1 spoon, those who have too much Vata, 1 spoon of sesame oil. Vata is also problem with gas. Prabhupada also says that all the problems with the mind are also because of lack of flow of air. So that is why pranayam is one of the most important practices to balance the Vata. Okay. So Kapha, Pitta, Vata. So basically you see if your body has too much heat related problems, that is Pitta. If your body has too much fat related problems, that is Kapha. If your body has problems related to flow, that is all Vata. So it's, you have to understand all the three. Okay, so the next is Prabhu, milk and yogurt are okay during Chandrayana Vrata. So we are trying to minimize milk. What the problem is, milk is a whole meal in itself. Half a glass at night with, if you are addicted to regularly drinking milk, half a glass at night, hot milk with a tinge of ghee and a little bit of turmeric. If you drink standing up, it is very good for clearing the stomach next morning. It is also, you have to drink standing up, and it also says it cures knee pain. If you are addicted to drinking milk, I would say avoid it. Yogurt, completely avoid. You avoid yogurt as much as possible. So yogurt is not very good for the body. Yogurt is not, I would say, please avoid that. So milk is something okay, because that is another level of digestion when you try to fast. That is another full meal, yogurt. Okay. The first 5 days are okay. The last 3 days are okay for yogurt. So 8 days in 30 days. Milk, as I said, half a glass standing at night with that. That's the only way milk is best. If you are drinking milk. So those who are already drinking a lot of milk, I just said, okay, keep this much at night, like half or 3/4 cup, half is best. Worst is 3/4. It's just for the first 10 days and then you're gone. Okay, next one is prune fruit, are you referring to plum? It is not plum. It is prune is different, plum is different. Actually, I had, you can just Google, it's not plum. Prune is different. Prune juice and prune fruits, they are, you get, Sunsweet is the company. They okay, I'm not their agent, but Sunsweet, you get, prunes, in different supermarkets you can get fresh prunes. I found it in Sprout supermarket also. They have prunes in the wholesale section where you can just bag. Nowadays you cannot bag it. They will bag it for you. So prunes, yeah. It's not dried plums. So Pravesh Asana, what is the prank exercise you are mentioning? Yogurt to be avoided even in afternoon. So if you take yogurt, I would say first 5, maximum 7 days, but after that stop yogurt, because the last 7 days stop yogurt. Stop yogurt. And then the middle 15 days, don't take yogurt at all. Then you can start, like when the last 5 days start, maybe you can take in the afternoon. The plank exercise is something which I will show right now, and then we will go to breathing exercise. So I think you can see the back there. So I'll just show the plank exercise very quickly, and then we will do the breathing. So plank is nothing but you can do this. So you are basically holding like a plank. I hope everybody got to see that. So I hope everybody got to see that. So you actually hold like that for about 30 seconds to 1 minute. Everybody could see that? So that's the plank. Okay.
Time for one last question.
Yes.
So broccoli, they consider it causes vata, right? Is that okay? In your book, I saw barley broccoli soup, and I was thinking of making that tomorrow. Okay?
Yeah, the little bit of broccoli is okay. It hasn't been, it's been good for us so far. It hasn't given it. Hasn't been bad as much as we have heard about it. But in general, it's been good. So I would say it is, in general, it has worked really well for us. So
and sweet potatoes.
What is
Purple sweet potato. Purple sweet potatoes are fine, or any sweet potato, any color?
Sweet potatoes in general are better than potatoes in terms of health. So any sweet potato is good, but somehow that's my favorite, wife's favorite, and she makes some incredible soups out of it. And
yeah,
today,
I saw the recipes, and that's the reason I was like, okay, can we do this during this Chandra?
Yeah. Of course, it's our recipe. So, and Anita had asked for dal. So actually, our dal video is ready. So we are releasing it tomorrow, on demand. So if you have any special recipe you want to know, please let us know now. So mornings, it takes us, the videos that you see, it takes us 2 hours to shoot and like 1.5 hours to make. So we are happy to promote it, So if anybody has any special request, any special dish you want us to make a video, let us know. We are happy to make, So Anita asked for the dal, so we made the dal, so we are releasing it tomorrow.
So, and then coconut is okay and not coconut flakes?
See, the thing is, coconut we try to minimize. Of course, we use it in general, but little bit is okay. you know. So the only thing is, the problem is the coconut is also a little bit of fat, you know, in general. So anything a little bit limited quantity is fine, you know.
The cabbage chutney had almost like 2 cups of coconut.
Yeah. So those were before the fast recipes. So you can still try. Yeah. So we can reduce the coconut a little bit because it is also fat, you know. All right. So now,
Prabhuji, one more last comment
question.
I would have, not a question.
Okay.
Prabhuji, like every day, if you can just like try to put a small post saying, you know what, today it's good to have dal, or every evening for next day, so we can at least be prepared, if that is possible, in a group or email or something.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a good suggestion. So I will certainly implement that. We can start from tomorrow morning, actually. Okay. Thank you, Prabhu, for that suggestion. So let us, how about quinoa? Where do we find the video? Yes, the video we just shot. I was about to upload on Facebook, then it was time. It took us like 2 hours to edit. So I was about to upload it. So I will share it in the group, the YouTube. So we want to make a weekend blockbuster release tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning we'll have, so I want to put a headline on Facebook: weekend blockbuster release on demand by Anita. Okay. So what about quinoa? Quinoa is the best, I would say, of it's a super grain. It's all protein. It's very, very good for health. So the more you have quinoa instead of rice, even in the long run. See, today's diabetes is because of too many sodas, and in India, it is also because of too much white rice. Too much white rice is actually a problem. It was not the staple of Indians. The staple of Indians was millets and healthy vegetables and healthy fruits, healthy grains. So that was our favorite. But now but now people are just addicted to chapati and rice. So instead of just chapati, wheat flour, in the long run, change it to jowar, bajra, millets, try to change that, okay. Can we get general glossary list? So on my next trip, I can pick up those, please. General grocery. What are things which are good? Okay. So I'll ask Sundari to list out. I've given everybody individual, but the subjis, yes. What are generally good ones, the best ones? Actually, according to yoga, putting it together in yoga, the first food mentioned in yoga, Hatha Yoga Pradipika, is barley, yava. It is Tridosha Hara. It says it balances all the doshas in the body. Barley, I did not know. It was so incredible. But after this fast, the first 2 days, now I'm having only barley. I feel the benefits of fasting are still maintained. She made a barley purple potato soup today. I mean, it was amazing. And she made baked vegetables.
Yeah,
So,
we can find the recipe though.
What is that?
Waiting for the recipe.
Yeah. So she put it in the group. So so I'm just, what do you call? I should put on Facebook status, feeling lucky, So she's making, I'm eating. So anyway, barley, then red rice. So many of with you, I discussed red rice. It is very good. Yava, shashtikanna, and then leafy vegetables are very good. Then these gourds, snake gourd, all these gourds are very, very good. Very, very healthy. Yava, Sashtikarna, these are very good. And then it is said, do not reheat food. One of the important rules of good digestion. So you cook once, so maybe once you could warm it up a little. Once, but not reheat it fully. You can just warm it a little bit. If it is in the fridge, you cool it down a little bit, keep it out a little early, and just warm it up. But do not heat it back fully. It loses all its energy, prana. So reheating is not good. Fried is not good. So avoid fried food this month completely. So fried is a big no-no. Actually, the only fried is to be fried in ghee, but many of us have lost practice in that. So please try to avoid. So microwave. So please avoid microwave also. So microwave is not at all good. I'm trying to figure out what is lectins. So lectins are protein found in almond, especially legumes. Some lectins cause impel and drive autoimmune. Oh no, that is different. So the thing is, the protein that they are referring to, the lectin they are referring to, is basically, for example, people eat a lot of soy. People eat a lot of soy. That protein you should avoid. So avoid soy. So actually we are seeing many vegans eat soy. Understand that soybean, most of the soybean is actually GMO, number one. Number two, soy protein and whatever other proteins are there, so they process it. Soy is the soy, the burgers that you get. What do you call the Incredible Burger? Some burger, right? Whatever. The Beyond Burger. Yes, the Beyond Burger and all that. They are all manufactured. Imagine, like other day I was doing diet chart for someone, and Mataji, she was saying she bought this rice ready-made mix, and it would boil in 4 minutes. Rice takes 25 minutes to boil. How come something is boiled? So that is so pre-cooked and processed that in 4 minutes it's going to boil. So can you imagine how pre-cooked and ready to go it is? So that is the same thing with this burger. All you have to do is microwave it for a minute or just heat it. You are done. It's ready. So what is it? So basically such kind of protein you should avoid. But Ayurveda explains dal is the best. Dal is the best. Mung dal. So our recipe is mung dal. Mung dal, green gram, sprouts of green gram, these are all the best. Okay. What about pan sauteed bitter melon? Is that okay? Yes, bitter melon is one of the best. I have sauteed vegetables is fine. I am taking a little organic soy creamer. Please avoid it. Actually, soy in any form. So this is a business that they have made of soy. Could not find mung beans anywhere. Is the same thing as mung beans? Yes. Mung beans mostly you will get in Indian stores. I have been taking a little bit of organic soy. So soy creamer. So soy, avoid soy in any of its forms. My wife was very much against soy. When I saw vegan restaurant, if you go, it's like soy. Everything you see is soy. Although it's actually textured, manufactured. It's like something artificial just for taste. It is so heavy on your digestive system. Such proteins are dangerous because they are originally made to fatten animals. So you can understand the purpose. And because they make so much of it, 60 to 70% of American agricultural production is only done to feed the animals. That's why whatever left they grow, it is so expensive. That's why vegetables are expensive than meat. So because that's how they do it. They try to make this cheap soy, which is all GMO. So please try to avoid soy in all its forms. So that, what about organic non-GMO tofu? Again, we are looking at Prabhupada called mung dal as brain dal, that which is good for the brain. Now tofu is also so-called protein, but again, that is just the fat protein. It's not the brain protein. So basically tofu is eaten, basically if you see, it comes from, I went to Indonesia, wherein people are very, very farm intensive. So they need something heavy to do heavy work. And they're actually small frame people. They eat a lot of rice. They eat a lot of rice and lot of this tempeh. Even tofu is not good. Actually, it should be even more cultured. So they make it even more cultured. They make tempeh. So therefore, if we want protein, it is said green gram sprouts. So tomorrow when I sit with you, I will explain all this individually, Jatinji. So green gram sprouts, pea sprouts, black chana sprouts, these are all very, very good. These sprouts, these are all proteins. Pea sprouts, we have in our book black eye beans. These are all good protein. But tofu is basically we eat because of taste. Those just produce physical body, you know. Are you mentioning green or yellow moong? Yellow moong is very good because it's easy to make and boil. Green takes a little bit of time. Both are good. Green is very juicy, takes a little time, but green is what is sprouted. So sprouted green gram is very, very good for the body. I'm using split moong because it cooks more quickly. I like using, yes, exactly. So our recipe is actually green moong. Would you share this video? I'll have to leave in 15 minutes. Yes, I'm sharing. I'm actually recording it right now. Yeah, the moon video, yes, we are sharing it tomorrow morning. Weekend blockbuster release. So
Prabhuji, will you be sharing that on a Facebook or any other channel?
YouTube and Facebook. So YouTube,
Okay,
I will
YouTube.
yeah.
Okay.
The YouTube video I will share in this group.
Okay.
And Facebook I share. Somehow our Facebook has been getting 2,500 views. So we are hoping to get more. Last
Okay.
2
Okay.
days, yeah.
No. Okay. Thank you.
So any other questions here? Okay. All right. So I think that is all or most of the questions. So all right. So let us go to the breathing now. Okay. So now one of the important things which we want all of you to do is breathe nicely. So how long has it been? 4:20 or something. Okay. So thank you for all the wonderful questions. That makes the session very, very lively. So now the next thing is breathing. One of the things that we want to inculcate, one of the things that I did that improved by fasting is the breathing. So what happens is when you fast nicely, your breathing capacity improves. According to yoga, according to Ayurveda, the deeper and slower you breathe, the longer you live. So that is called as prana ayama, increasing the span and quality of your life. So pranayama basically increases the capacity of your mind. But there is one breathing which is very, very important to do, and that is the Ujjayi breathing. So that is the Ujjayi breathing actually. So Ujjayi breathing. So this Ujjayi breathing is something that you all have to, if you can all practice on a daily basis. So whenever you sit, try to breathe deeply. Whenever you are walking, try to breathe deeply. So at every point of light, calm down. So you will find actually this will help you fast better. And this is what helped me fast effectively. That is the breathing. When you do yoga, you have to do deep breathing. When you do pranayama, you have to do deep breathing. Deep breathing is the essential and important constituent of a good practice. If you really want to overcome any addiction, if you want to really overcome any kind of stress, it's all about breathing. So how we breathe is, so basically there is two types of breathing which we will practice today. And the first one is called as Ujjayi breathing. Ujjayate, Utjayate. Utjayate means victorious breathing. Utjayate, victorious breathing. So when we breathe victorious means deep breathing. So when we do very, very deep and very, very relaxed breathing. So it is the same breathing with the nose, but what is the difference? When you breathe, you make a sound. You can actually feel the breath. You suck the air from the throat. This is the difference. So Ujjayi breathing means you kind of make a sound here and you fully fill up your lungs. Huh? So it is deep breathing like that. So it is called oceanic breathing. So all of you can start now. So gradually you focus on the throat, on the sound in the throat, like a wave in an ocean. Especially I am wearing my earphones so I can hear the sound very deeply. If you completely focus on your throat, gradually inhale fully, like my hand motion. So I'm fully breathing in, now I'm fully breathing out. While deep breathing, I feel pressure on the inside of my nose. That's okay. It's a little bit of time it takes because we are not used to. After some time, it will become normal. So it takes maybe 2 or 3 days, but you have to struggle, but it will be okay. As you breathe in deeply, or there could be a septum issue, but still, if you breathe deeply regularly, it will be fine. So breathe deeply. Inhale deeply. Gradually exhale. Inhale. Your breathing is getting deeper and deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Now we will chant Om. Deeply inhale. Now as you're exhaling, let us chant Om. Om. 5 times. So 4 more times. Inhale.
Do we say Om on the inhale or the exhale?
Exhale. So when you exhale, you inhale fully, and when you exhale, you say the Om, and then after the long Om, then you close your lips and then you do the like the humming sound. Okay. Inhale. Now as you're exhaling the Om, inhale. Deeply exhale. Exhale by nose only. Now as you exhale, Of course, when you exhale for the Om, it's by the mouth. But in general, inhale and exhale in yoga Even while breathing or during yoga practice, it has to be by the nostrils only. Only when you're out of breath, you use the mouth, or for certain pranayamas only. Continue. We will do the Om with this exhale. Inhale. Now exhale at the out breath. Now we will do a few more. Yes, we will save the recording. So anybody, yes, we went a little above extra time with the questions and answers, but I want to just finish. Whoever can stay back for the deeper breathing session. So the next one is something called as, so the next one is called as the humming bee. So what we do is we breathe in, and as we breathe out, we have to close our ears and listen to the humming sound. It's very, very calming, very, very soothing. Okay. So breathe in. And as you breathe out, so you close the ears and do a humming like sound. So this humming like sound is very soothing for the mind. So let us do this 3 more times. Breathe in fully. Now close the ears. Now as you breathe out, do the humming sound. Now gradually. If you hear in the background, my son is also chanting Om. So this is also a very, very, very good way of calming the mind. So I want you to practice this deep breathing and this. Then one more technique I will do, 2 more techniques actually, and then we will end today's session. So the first one is called as Shenmue Key Mudra. So before the, the Shenmue Key Mudra I'll do last. So before that is called Bahia Kumbhaka. So Bahia Kumbhaka means in pranayama, when you breathe in, if you do the bandha, that is the control of the lower abdomen and the perineum, when you are able to lock and then you lock the throat, then when you breathe in, then you can hold the breath. But you are not supposed to hold the air when you cannot do the bandha. But when you breathe out completely, empty your lungs, then you can hold your breath. It is said that anybody can do, and it is very, very beneficial for the mind to relax. So that is called as Bahia Kumbhaka, holding the breath. Kumbhaka means holding, Bahia means outside. So holding the breath once you breathe outside, okay? Once you breathe out, all right? So how this works is, you have to do Reiki Mudra. So
your hand. Now fold the forefinger and middle finger. I'm not seeing any of your hands, so I hope you are doing it right. So the forefinger and middle finger. So the last two fingers are together and the thumb is here. Now you bring it closer to your nose. Okay. So now you bring it closer to your nostrils. Okay. And now breathe in fully like we do for the Ujjayi Pranayam. Now fully breathe out. After you fully breathed out, now hold both the nostrils. Breathe out again and close. Now take your lower abdomen inside. Now hold as long as you can. Now breathe in again. Now breathe out. Fully breathe out. Now take your lower abdomen inside. Breathe out again and now hold. Try to bend your neck a little bit. Breathe in once again. Now once again, breathe out fully.
I'm not understanding exactly.
So once you breathe out, so all you have to do is close your nostrils, that's all. So once you breathe out, so you're breathing in. So once you breathe out, just close your nose, that's all. Yeah, correct. And you close both your nostrils after you breathe out. You've closed the fore and middle finger. Yes, and bring these two fingers together. Yes, the other two, the last two. Yeah, the last two are together, right? Okay, the last two fingers. Yeah, you are right. Yeah, correct. Now keep it on either side of the nose. Okay, now fully breathe in. And now fully breathe out. After you breathe out, now keep it on either nostril and close both your nostrils. So fully breathe out and just hold. So it's very simple. So once you breathe out, you just close your nostrils and hold as long as you can. Okay, you're able to do? If not, when I do your individual session, I'll explain to you like a little bit more. We'll do a little this little deeper. The last one which I want you to do today is, these are some things which you can do on a daily basis to relax, like I said. So the last one for today, and we will end with this one, is we will do this 3 times. So that is called as Shenmue Key Mudra. So Shenmue Key Mudra means your 10 fingers. Now 2 fingers go near the ear. Your ears, just keep it near the ear flaps. Don't close, otherwise you can't hear what I'm speaking. Okay? But keep it there. Keep it near the ear flaps. Your 4 fingers, keep it near the eye flap. Just keep it ready. The middle fingers, keep it near the nose flap. Just keep it there, ready. The other 2 fingers, keep it above and below the lips. Keep it ready. Okay, it's ready? All right. So now what you do is, you fully breathe in. Now fully breathe out. It's basically the same thing. Now after you fully breathe out, first you close the lips, then you close the eyes, then you close the ears, and then you close the nose after you fully breathe out, and hold it tight there. As long as you can. Then just open your nostrils, breathe in fully, keep everything else closed. Now fully breathe out. Now close the nostrils. Once again, open the nostrils. Just breathe in through the nostrils. Everything else remains closed. Now fully breathe out. Relax and close the nostrils. Oh, it's a very relaxing technique. You can feel a little relaxed with this. So if you are watching too much television, eyes are strained, head is aching, this is a very, very good. So once you breathe out, you can hold your breath. So that is very, very good. So this technique is very, very good. Okay, so I will stop at this. I think we went pretty much above over time. I was hoping an hour, 10 minutes, hour, 15 minutes, but a lot of good questions. And I have lined up most of you all for individual sessions for the next week. So please connect with me if I haven't settled yours yet. What is the name again of this breathing? So this is called Shenmue Key Mudra. I will just send the highlights back in the WhatsApp and email also. And this video recording by tonight, I will make it available. So we will do it. So basically, slow breath, hold your breath after you breathe outside. Can you just send the video of the breathing exercise? Okay. So what I'll do is, like Prabhu said, I will divide this video. After it downloads, I'll divide it into two. So I will do the breathing section separate, and I will just send the breathing section separate and this section separate. Okay, so I can do that, but it'll take a little bit of time, but I'll do it by tonight. Please add me in the WhatsApp group. I thought I added you. Send me your number once again. I think what I thought was your number, Anita. So just send it to me on Messenger or send it to me here privately. I will add you. I thought I added you, but I thought I had your number. So Jatin Kabir, for new folks, how can we access the prior to videos? I'll send you the link separately. I can send you the link. So I'll just update it on the WhatsApp group so that everybody has access. Okay, so we will stop here for today. So everybody, I think many of you had to leave a little early, but whoever is here, we can just turn on your cameras and say bye to each other. So that is my parampara in the end.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, and nice to see all of you. It is very inspiring, and I hope this was a helpful session. And hopefully in our individual sessions, we can connect even more deeper. And it is just starting, believe me. There is a whole month of adventure for all of us. I am all excited, and I'm sure you're all excited too. And see you all very soon. And every weekend we will try to do these individual sessions. Split this. Next week, something better. In between, we all have individual sessions. Okay? All right. See you all. Hare Krishna. May Krishna bring good health.
The Yoga Nidra,
Thank you.
What is that, bro?
the Yoga Nidra that we did yesterday, should we do it, practice it daily?
Yes, that will be better if you find time, but that's the best thing to do.
And what if, I mean, like, if you fall asleep, it's fine during that?
In the beginning, it happens. In the beginning, you will fall asleep. But if you, the more you fast, when you fast, first few days, it's okay. But as you fast over a period of time, you will feel very relaxed. You won't fall asleep.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay? It's a question of practice. Okay then. See you all soon. Hare Krishna. Bye.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Chalo.